Hey there, Grand Archive, Magic, any kind of card game fan. How you guys doing? This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. So, took a little bit of time, did some organizing, did some math. Math is hard. It is. Um, so I have the sauce report, giggity, for the last 6 boxes that we just opened. And it's pretty good. And I think it shows a lot as far as how the game has progressed, how it's going, and what we're going to be moving into. But before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The comments down below here help support the channel. The subscribe button's over here. Hit that little bad boy, notification button. Keeps us sponsor free. So, we'll go through the easiest part first. I run this just like I run my box values for the Magic the Gathering. Anything above $2 is put in for the actual price. Anything below $2 is averaged out to $1 a piece, and that goes for anything rare or higher. And I don't do uncommons or commons like anything else. However, with this set, I do count common, uncommon foils, unlike I don't do that in other sets because they normally aren't worth very much. But in these sets, the foil cards hold a very high premium no matter what kind of card they are, which is very interesting. So, with that being said, let's take a look here at what we got. So, we'll start off. We have a pretty good stack of rares, obviously. We got lots of good hits. You know, we got dungeon guides, all kinds of good stuff. Just saying. So, there's that. Next, we'll move to super rares. We hit tons of good super rares. This one, for example, is around $18. All these are a couple bucks a piece. We hit several Pendragons. An Orb of Regret we even got, which is a high value dollar one. A couple $10 ones here. I really want to see how many Pendragons we got because we got several. 3. So 3 Pendragons out of 6 boxes. This is a $25 card, and it's insanely good. So this thing is, lots of money. So we hit a lot of good bombs in our super rares. And with the market stabilizing, I think it's really going to start showing how good and valuable this card set is. So next we'll go to our ultra rares. So we got 6 of them. Obviously there's only 1 per box. These are your average $5 ones. We did get, again, 1 Crusader's Ring. As always, I mentioned this is touted as the Black Lotus of the set. It's used in every deck. And it's going for like $50. And this is the cheapest version. So, again, another great hit. So, then we come to foils. Man, oh man, the foils. We hit some really good. We had 2 super rare foils out of the whole thing. We did have a couple repeating foils. There's another super rare foil. Reckless Conversion, 1,000 Reflections. Just some really, really good hits as far as the foils go. And you'll see that reflected over here in my handy-dandy notebook. But one thing I do want to bring everybody's attention to is I mentioned there was 1 foil during the box openings that came out, let's just say, pretty insane. And I'm not just talking about the super rare ones. I'm talking like, the super rare ones are obviously good. We had a $60 hit. We had a $25 hit. But I think the most interesting hit out of all of them is this one. The Nullifying Lantern. Apparently, I don't know the cards really well as far as what decks are played or what have you, or if people are specking on it. But this uncommon foil was a $40 hit on TCG Player. That is just insane for an uncommon. But yeah, so if you guessed during that videos which uncommon foil I was talking about worth a large amount of money, here it is, Nullifying Lantern. Wow, just insane. So we'll put these off to the side, so we can break out the handy dandy notebook with all the data that we've been tracking with Magic and Grand Archive now to see what we come up with. So let's talk about this box opening first. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So box values, we had 112, 107, 131, 136. We had one bad box at $81 and then 184. So our average was $125 value per box, 20% sales, commissions, shipping fees, all that good jazz if you sold these online through eBay. And you're looking at probably $100 a box, which is what they're going for right now. That is honestly insane. Boxes don't sell for their exact value. I mean, currently right now, you could literally just crack boxes and break even selling cards. That's not how this works. That's basically it's not really an inverted EV, but it's dang close because it just doesn't make sense to be able to open the box and make your money back. That's just not what most card games can do. You can't even do that in Magic lately, and I've been showing that. One thing to think about here, you look at these box values, they're all really good. If you watched the last box opening, that's right, $184 box. We had a Pendragon, we had the Cursed Ring, or the Grand Crusaders Ring, which was 50 some odd dollars. We had a foil rare for 25 hit, which was a super rare. Like, it was insane the amount of value in this box by itself. I mean, the only way this box could have got any better is if we actually hit a collector card in it. That's the only way it could have got better. So, like, once I started hitting all these good rares and I hit the ultra rare, I was like, wow, really wanted a collector card. Probably not going to happen with the last box and me hitting these kind of cards, so it was a little disappointing. But even without the collector rares, it shows these boxes have just value in themselves without the collector rares. And that's something that Magic hasn't been able to do for a while lately. And they're a pretty good goalpost as far as what good looks like. I mean, even Pokemon these days isn't doing very well. But anyway, compared to the last box opening we had, which we talked about up here, you can see 119, 27, 98, 141, 141, 85. The average is 118.05. And again, this could have been because of the market. If I went through and revalued those cards, those boxes might be worth more because the market was so volatile. But if you could just compare what it was like when I opened the box versus what I opened this box, 118.5 versus 125. Box value and cards are going up in this set. Or they're stabilizing higher. Half a dozen 160, other take your pick. But what that really means for this set is that it's going well, it's doing well. And as in the videos that you guys have seen me been making here lately, everything's on the upward turn for Grand Archive. Organized plays coming in, starting here shortly in July. They're having seasons, Fractured Crown, you name it. They are firing on all cylinders. This may be the card game that a lot of people have been waiting for to maybe not unseat Magic. That might be thinking a little high, but can be competitive enough that people can leave Magic and go play another great game that's not going to, how would you put it, give you the feel bads on everything that you do. Like, opening the boxes don't give you feel bads. The box prices and values are cheaper, so you feel better about spending the money. The game is funner to play. The mechanics are great. It's everything Magic used to be in its heyday. Starting over from scratch, along with cool foils and all this other stuff. Good box and card values. Like, they're really firing on all cylinders, and they're doing it well, and I'm happy for it. I cannot describe how sweet it is to watch this go. It's like a second coming of Flesh and Blood. I would say MetaZoo, but MetaZoo gameplay is not at high level, I don't think. I'm not saying they don't have organized play and what have you, but I just don't see as much of it. Maybe it's because I'm just not into it. But game recognized game, MetaZoo, Flesh and Blood, Grand Archive. This is the next generation of card games. And I think this is starting to show it. And only time will tell. And obviously, the internet's forever. So one day we'll find out if I was right or not. So until next time, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Links in the description down below to the eBay store where this stuff will be on sale starting June. And Patreon, other good stuff. And don't forget, until next time, be kind. Hope to see you across from the game table. Later, player.